Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are doing a conceptual kind of shoot. So I picked out a little bit of an inspiration thingy from the thousands of photos Peter has, and from there he has built a set, and you get to see how he fluffs around and does a lot of little adjustments and stuffs.
So today I'm going to do another conceptual style of shoot. I want to do something grungy here. So I'm going to build a set here to be like an old grungy stairwell down. I want to do something with Bec. The styling of the clothing, I'm just going to let's see what evolves. So I'll just let Bec start and we'll evolve by taking pictures and saying, is this working? Is this gelling? And I'm just going to use stuff that I've got around the studio. Like I've got some walls, I've got timber paling fences and blackout until I build this area so it feels more like a dark, dingy laneway stairwell. So an hour and a half later, and I've pretty much blacked out under the steps, thrown some fence palings on the wall, blacked off a bit of the wall, thrown a couple of walls for a couple of reasons, to try and block some of the ambient light because we're quite bright today, and I wanted to shoot this more with a constant light look. Some foam boards again on top to try and darken this area down so I can bring a little bit of constant light using some mirrors and a backlight. Now I haven't tried any of that yet. What I'm going to do is first is get it just using natural light as it is, and then I'm going to bring them in as a secondary. Now we did do, we haven't done test, we haven't been shooting properly like on our screens, our test shot, but what Bec originally was wearing, because there's just so much black, so tulle as a skirt as well as a top, and there was no break in between, it just made her look like a plumpy fairy. But it was more because it was just all a black blob. So it was, yeah, like this feather duster thing. So I've decided I'm shooting on the Leica today. I want to shoot this. I was thinking of going grunge, but I thought, no, I want to have that sort of large formatty feel, which means I want to have a really, really shallow depth of focus, but I also want it really sharp. So the Otus lenses are amazingly sharp, and shooting it's a 55mm, shooting it at 1.4 will give me the sharpness I want where I want it, but then hopefully it'll pull it off very quickly. So I'll see, I might change my mind because I haven't shot anything yet except that one test shot. So now what I'm going to do is do a few shots with just using the natural light, and then I'm going to bring in some of the constant lights. All right, so what I'm going to do is just see what I get just using natural light only. The fall off's pretty cool. I'm loving how this area's sort of fallen off out here and behind. I'm just going to swap lenses quickly and take a shot because the fallout hasn't happened the way I was wanting the feel of this. That's cool. There, cool. Awesome. The crop will be slightly different. Yeah, that feels so much better. That's at 0.95. I'm just going to let's come out to 1.4. Cool. And I'll just run at that. Much preferring that. That's feeling more the look I want to start with. So yeah, I'm going to run with that. Let's get a nice picture. I'll do a little bit of work on this before I start bringing in. I'm just trying to get something that I like in camera. Cool. There, cool. Yeah, I'm liking that. It's definitely giving me a look I want. So if I just quickly set up the black and white that I want, I'm not going to do a great deal with this. All I'm going to do is just make it more the filmy way that I want it. So I'm going to put a bit of feather, can be 100%. Let's make it a little bit more square than round. That's sort of got a fall-offy feel. I think I'll go green channel. I'm just going to bring the red up a little bit for the lips. There, perfect. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's just snap a few pictures at that, and then I'm going to start bringing in and sort of drawing you into Bec for the look I really want. Awesome. That's cool. That's really cool. Cool. That's pretty. That's really pretty there. Awesome. Zipped off some shots just by using just the natural light. It's actually really nice. There's a nice feel about this. I'll most likely grunge it up a little bit more in post. But I want to try and now add a little bit more feeling to the lighting here. And I might stuff it or I might make it better, I don't know yet. So the first thing I do, I've got up behind Bec, and I might have to put a cutter on it, but I've got a bare bulb. Sorry, I'm going to step over you. So what I'm trying to do is I don't want it really on the stairs. So I'm just bringing this up a little bit to pull it. So it's just going to hit her hair. Well, there's a nice little hair light definitely coming into the eye, and there's nice little lightening up. That's really cool. I'm at ISO 400. Now I've gone to 200th of a second. A little bit of hair light onto Bec, and especially a little bit of light that's coming onto her feet. It's fairly flat there, and her hair's getting lost a little bit in the steps. Instantly, we've now made her pop up another level, and it's actually starting to feel a little bit more like a natural outside, where this is definitely feeling more studio, more controlled, and this has got definitely a feeling of more outside. But I want to sort of take this another level. So what I want to do, I've seen this when I've been doing natural light workshops, especially in big high-rise cities, that the sun will come in and hit a window maybe 20 stories up. And there's a perfect angle. It brings a little square of light right down onto a dark shaded wall. So my whole feeling of this lighting was that same thing. So I don't know if the video cameras are picking up on this. Oh yeah, you can see that light coming in onto Bec there. See how I can swing that light around? So that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to get just a little spot of light on Bec as if this was coming off a window high up, and without blinding Bec, because I know how much she loves being blasted with a bit of constant. There we go, that's quite cool. Let's see what I can see in through here. Oh, that's really cool. So I haven't changed my settings at all. You can see how much that's just popped up her face, but it's a bit too much for my liking. It's not feeling the way I want it to feel. I want it to be more, do I want to be more out? So it's like on, let's see if I can do it more on her whole body, not just on her face. So we can sort of see the sort of square. Cool, I like that. And what I'm doing before and after. So that was before anything, and I'm still really liking that. The second shot is definitely better, but no bananas. I'm not getting the look I was hoping to get, because it's actually lighting you two perfectly, and I don't want a perfect light. Right, so I've changed my mind. Instead of lighting Bec up, I'm going to see what happens if I just light her tulle up a little bit more. Cool. If we ignore her face she pulled. I can do it better. Yes, please. It's like the worst face of the whole batch. Just there, cool, beautiful, perfect. Cool, give me a few, I'll do a few just so we can get that relaxedness that you normally give me. Cool, cool. I think I'm liking that. Now I want to take it to another level. I know part of the other level is just darking down some of those walls a bit, but I might just see, oh, because that's causing one of those walls a problem. So what I want to try and do is get this light behind the wall so it can't light the, oh, I'm losing that then. So I've tried to pull a bit more light off this side wall. It looks like it's put a fair bit more light on Bec. I've come down to ISO 100 now, so it's actually put a fair bit of light on Bec. Cool. That's pretty, yeah, cool. Oh, it's gone a lot darker. All right, so now, oh, because this mirror's not seeing any of that light now. Let's see what we get there. So I'm just bringing in a little bit of the mirror light, and that lit her up a little bit. So let's get the other, if I bring that in more, it'll brighten the light up a bit, and I'll keep it more on the tulle. Cool. I've got a second mirror now. Oh, that's got a nice, oh, that's got a nice dapple. Let's see if we can get this dapple to work. The only problem is that dapples all my cables. Let's see if we get that. I'm liking that a lot. I've just got to get more light from the front. The problem is it's going through all my cables, which means I can't stand there to shoot it. If I come back up to 200 ISO and I'll come in there, cool. I'm liking that heaps. My only problem is the light that I'm really lighting is exactly where I'm going to be shooting from, and I'm liking, see this cable there? So me moving that cable changes my shadows. I wonder if I bring this in closer and then work over the top of it. Is that too much in your eye? Definitely a glow in your eyes. It's very Hollywoody. There's still another thing I can do. If I came in front, yeah, so there's a couple of things that I can do that I'm thinking about while I'm doing this. One of them is if I turn the power down of the top light, which means I can add more. Is that too bright on you?
No, that's all right. I can work with it.
You can work with that?
Yeah.
I can't. It's in front of my lens. Let's bring it in there. Is that all right or is that hard?
That's all right.
I'm trying to get it to look like something's reflecting that light in on Bec. It's not been lit by a photographer with lighting, and see that's feeling like it's been lit, not reflected. So by me adding some tulle over the light, that pulls the power down a lot. Does that make it a lot easier?
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, it's still there, but it's brought it down a lot more. And what's our top one doing? That needs to be in there. Let's drop that in a bit closer. Cool, just there. Cool. That's looking better. What I'm liking now, see, it's not feeling like she's super falsely lit, but I've got these other little spots of light around her, which just feel like there's some bounce coming off something back into her face. The feet are just a little bit bright, but once we start posing, they won't be a problem. That wall's come down. Let's try get a few frames on this. Cool, off you go. Yeah. Gotta have that sort of feel of you've spat it, you've just come out of your dance class and you're crap. No, no, you're tired. Yeah, come out of a dance club. Cool. I like that lots here. Cool. So with what I'm seeing from a viewfinder, it's saying I'm just clipping a little bit on Bec's leg and arm, and yes, it's just the tiniest amount. So there's two ways I can go about it. So if I come up in my shutter speed and just have a look at, cool. Yeah, so I'm not clipping up here, and if I need to, I can just slightly dodge her face up a little bit. But I'm also liking the fact that it does feel like it's a natural shot. It's not, to me, it's not feeling like a lit shot, especially with the lights coming down in through here and a little bit of light that cuts back in through that area. I'm gonna do a little bit more on the tripod, then I'm gonna come off the tripod and freestyle. Cool. That's really pretty. Cool. Now I'm going to just grab some other angles. That's cool. It's really cool. There. Perfect. Oh, that's cool. Nice. So it's another little thing I like doing, and people like Peter Lindbergh did this a fair bit, where he would set up things to shoot through and shoot between. Well, that's cool. The only thing is I'm feeling you're a bit dark when I do that, but I don't want those white bits there to be so bright. Let's try that. It's really pretty. There, cool. So I'm just playing a little bit for a second. Oh, that's better. We've got orbs around you, except your face is completely flat as a tack. Yeah, I feel like I need to get Bec to come in here and have a look at the pictures so she can see the feel, so she knows. Cool, that's really pretty. I just want another orb up above my frame. So what I want to do is I just want to set up a frame. So I've got a nice framing, a nice blurring at the bottom, and I've got those couple of orbs on the side which are pretty cool. So I think I'm in there. That's really pretty, that's really pretty. I've now got something come along the top edge. No, I don't. In my view, oh, it's just there. There we go. It's really pretty. That's better. See, I've got something happening up here now. Again, Bec's eyes. This is me getting now fussy. Cool, I like that. That's really cool. Let's get the top in there. This is where I really should have another tripod where I am set this up perfect to get all the orbs and blurs where I want them. Yeah, let's give Bec a quick break and she can come have a look at it. She'll get the feel of it and then we just might then shoot the hero shot because I reckon this is pretty close to what I'm chasing.
Hey, that's really cool.
Do you like all the...
Yeah, I like the orbs. That's really cool.
But they're cooler than just, you're liking it better than just that? Or you still like that?
Still like it.
Okay, so now what I've done, I have grabbed another tripod because I want to frame up this shot. So, and it's little things like in fact, I should take you a shot and show you what I mean. So I'm just going to get my focus on Bec. It's really cool, it's really cool. So you'll see I can now sit for every frame and get these like orby bokehs and things exactly where I want them. And if you look at this bokeh down here, that's just the handle of the tripod and I can look through my viewfinder and move that handle till I have it giving me the look that where I want it. So if I swing it, I'm going to swing it around further, take a shot, and then I'm going to swing it back and make it much more subtle. And you'll see the change of, see how I can just move them till I get them in the exact area I want, except I haven't got Bec where I want her in the frame. The rest of it's feeling what I want. Yeah, that's better. I want to sit her more in there, less on the side. That's cool, that's really pretty. That's cool, that's really cool. Nice, nice. So one thing just to finish off, because I'm really liking this, and I could play with other lenses and that's actually what I'm going to do. I'm on a 50mm at the moment. So I'm on a 50 Noctilux and I'm shooting about f1.8. So I've got, it's 1960s, I think it's about 65 Summilux. I'm gonna set that at about the same. This has a completely different bokeh on it and different distortions, and that's the reason why I have it. I use it a lot on my Leica film camera. Yep, except that. It's really pretty, that's really pretty there. So what you'll see is the difference between the two lenses. I tried not to move the camera at all. See how the vignetting is much heavier on the antique one, the old one, than even though Bec's changed her position, there is a different feel from those two lenses. I'm going to open this up to fully wide. Just finding her face was getting a touch dark with her new pose. So I've just moved that mirror a touch closer. Bec knows, because she's worked with me a lot, that I just keep adjusting right through a whole shoot, except now that mirror's come into my shot down the bottom, and I don't think I like that at all. No, I don't, it's horrible. Let's pull this back out of shot. Maybe if I let a little bit of little triangles of real light, bring that little triangles of real light in. Cool, that's really pretty. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. I like how I've just got this little triangle of light just coming onto her face now. That's just by pulling a little bit of the veil off the mirror. That's really cool. That's really cool. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm liking that mirror a lot. Do I have to touch higher? See what I'm doing exactly now? I've just taken 5 shots, really like them, but I'm just thinking if that mirror was just a touch higher. I just found that the shadow was falling off just at the start of her eyes, and I wouldn't mind it falling off a little bit above her eyes there. It's really pretty, right there. Cool. It's really pretty. It's doing something there, cool, cool.